Today's video addresses the use of conditional acceptance as a legal strategy. How understanding this principle can assist individuals in asserting and protecting their rights, particularly concerning debt-related matters. Introduction to conditional acceptance. This is not intended as a quick fix or loophole, rather, it is a structured method for affirmatively asserting rights. Conditional acceptance enables individuals to protect and assert legal rights in various contexts, from responding to claims by financial institutions to addressing alleged liabilities. This method can support individuals in transitioning from passive acceptance to a proactive approach in matters involving contracts, obligations, and claims. Addressing debt and contractual obligations. One primary area where conditional acceptance proves particularly beneficial is in addressing debt-related obligations. This method facilitates individuals in moving away from what may be perceived as debt slavery, a scenario in which financial obligations can become overbearing or detrimental to personal agency. Conditional acceptance provides individuals with tools to examine their legal obligations critically and ascertain the legitimacy and enforceability of claims made against them. A common misconception that conditional acceptance aims to address is the notion of involuntary servitude. In legal terms, servitude must be voluntary. Consent is a fundamental principle in contract law, and conditional acceptance empowers individuals to assess and, if necessary, challenge the validity of claims based on their understanding of consent. The corporate legal structure and its limitations. A tenet of conditional acceptance is understanding that corporations, as legal entities, cannot directly contract with living individuals under common law. Corporations, being legal fictions, are subject to statutory law, corporate policies, and regulatory guidelines but lack standing under common law to enter into contracts with individuals without an intermediary. Accordingly, corporations may act through representatives or agents, however, they cannot directly engage in common law contracts with individuals. Individuals, conversely, are governed by common law, which is distinct from the statutes and regulations governing corporations. In practical terms, corporations such as financial institutions, credit card companies, and collection agencies may initiate claims against individuals through authorized representatives. For example, an individual might receive a court summons from a corporation represented by legal counsel or an authorized representative. In such cases, it is important to recognize that any alleged claim by the corporation is, in reality, a claim advanced by its agents. The living individuals behind these actions are responsible for the actions taken on behalf of the corporation. Court proceedings and jurisdictional considerations. Most courts within the United States, and indeed, courts globally, function under statutory or maritime law, often referred to as UCC-driven admiralty or maritime jurisdiction. This system is distinct from common law, which is based on principles of natural law and personal rights. Statutory courts function as corporate entities, adhering to policies and regulations that govern commercial and contractual disputes. When an individual is summoned to a statutory court, it is essential to recognize the nature of this jurisdiction and to understand that the corporate entity, the court, cannot directly enforce claims under common law. Conditional acceptance enables individuals to address claims by engaging the personal accountability of the individual agents involved, e.g., judges, attorneys, clerks, who are accountable under common law. A frequent scenario raised in the conditional acceptance context involves the response to an affidavit. Some court representatives may state that they are not required to respond to an affidavit with another affidavit. However, under common law, an unrebutted affidavit is accepted as fact. This principle enables individuals to maintain their legal position by relying on established maxims of commercial law. Addressing claims by private and public entities. Conditional acceptance applies effectively in cases where individuals face claims by private corporations or public entities. A common misinterpretation in such cases is the belief that the corporation itself is the claimant. The individuals acting on behalf of the corporation, such as executives, legal representatives, or collection agents, are the true claimants. For example, if an individual receives a demand from a credit card company, it is crucial to understand that the claim is ultimately being pursued by authorized individuals within that company. The method of conditional acceptance allows individuals to direct their responses toward these living agents, thereby asserting a lawful position based on common law principles.